Hello to all my friends out there. I hope everyone is doing okay, especially in those tornado areas. It's really bad, you guys. I'm sure you know that if you live in these areas. Okay, so a while back, I'm trying to work on my stockpile. It's a hellacious mess. I'm dusting the stockpile and I'm trying to make it orderly. In the Bible, during the famines, they mention no oil and no wine. Okay, because of the fact that I was overindulging when I was young, I can't have any wine. But I thought, well, I'll store grape stuff. I heard there was some loss of crops, so I just have grape juice. I have grape jam. Grape is the best. And I have some strawberry jam and some blackberry jam. So the thing about this is you're not going to be running out of fruit. Okay, one thing we need to be aware of is that the Spanish flu was very deadly, and then 10 years later came the Great Depression. Most likely people were already impoverished, and then when the Great Depression came, it was really, really bad. So now this could happen again. Things tend to happen again. So what we have going on now is the grand solar minimum, otherwise a mini ice age. Okay, so my bread was successful. And those are some thumbprint cookies. I want to give you guys a couple recipes. So we have enough time to prepare for a famine, because pestilence and famines in the Bible usually goes together. You don't have to be a Christian to say things could go down south. So you might be thinking, well, that's fine, but I don't even have any food right now. And you know what I think? There's plenty of people that don't. And that's why I started doing these videos, because I worked in shops and we stood next to each other and they would be impoverished. And I used to think, what is the problem? What is the problem? Well, some of it is you just don't know what to do. Neither did I, but I just knew that I had to survive somehow. So okay, you're in your house, you don't have enough food, so what you're going to do is you're going to call 211. I guess it's the same number all over the country, and you're going to tell them, listen, I don't have any food. Here in California, people will bring the food to you. Call welfare. Get EBT or food stamps. Call and go to the food pantries. If you can't get there, maybe someone can go get it for you. Call the churches. Call them all. Okay, I know for a fact that Mormons have given food. They store food. Call the Mormons, call the Catholics, call the Adventists, and call the Baptists. Call them all, because things might just get even worse. I wouldn't doubt it. These kind of things usually don't rectify themselves and everything is very, very good. No, of course not. Okay, so now I want to taste one of my rolls. And I think they're going to be pretty good. Okay, last night you guys saw this starter. It looks pretty good. Later on tonight, I will make some more bread out of this. The one I made this morning turned out better. So what I did is I saved a little bit of dough, and this is my starter. Can you see quite possibly how this might be a better starter? So you can use any recipe. It might not be successful. It might be successful. So you can just save a little starter. So okay, so here is the bread I made out of the starter. It looks pretty good and it smells pretty good. I think. Okay, so this is the way to go, you guys. There you have some nice bread. I could have made a loaf. But, so what I want to do is I just want to make sure that I store flour, sugar, salt, and a little yeast. If you store a little yeast and something happens to your starter, then you can make another starter, you know, for the next day. You can, you know, get by. And I bought, when I couldn't find any flour, I managed to find 2 bags, and you want to wrap your food up. So this is going to be a pretty good little, good sandwich. And I made some black tea yesterday, so I want to drink that up. I'm watching movies, you know, I'm exercising, and then when I rest and I recover, I'm watching movies. And today I'm watching Blow, which I've seen many times, but I really love Johnny Depp. And I also love Scarface, but that one's not available, unfortunately. So if you have Netflix, that's really helping so that we don't go crazy being cooped up. It's very hot here. It's 90 degrees. So I have some, we can't go to a deli, so we have to make our own sandwiches as best we can. So I bought this turkey meat. I had no trouble at Dollar Tree, none. I just don't like Dollar Tree because that's a high COVID area. So, you know, I'm kind of not going there for now. And I have some jalapeno cheese. There are counties in San Diego with 1 case of COVID. And then there are other counties with up over 100. And 900. So why would you go into those areas unless you have some kind of death wish or you don't have a car, you know? I bought 10 of these at Dollar Tree. And you know, there's good deals everywhere. Look at this. I got this stir fry for 99 cents at Kroger's. So, you know, if you have bread, you can make a sandwich. You can make bread and gravy. These tomatoes were a good deal at Kroger's. I'll tell you something weird. There's plenty of produce, but try to get some cans. You want to continue on little by little and say to yourself, okay, this is bad, but, you know, what about these countries where, well, there's definitely price increases, no doubt. Mainly get rice and beans and, you know, the ability to make flour. The ability to make bread. And, you know, you need a little yeast. All right, now, check this out. You can do it in 5-minute increments or 10-minute. You don't have to kill yourself. Here is my original recipe that was in the green jar, but this makes a lot. You can go to this and watch the video. Okay, now, here is what I did. Last night, I mixed this up in the video previous. It was successful, I can tell you. This is going to be a good little sandwich. Now, I want to give you my thumbprint cookie recipe. All these recipes are on Twitter, but I like to include them in the videos. I baked 350. I used margarine and then grape and strawberry jam. You can make your own jam. Just get canned fruit, drain it or not, but usually I drain it. Cover it with water, add sugar, and boil it down. And if you have it, and then learn how to make this yogurt. It's really, really easy, you guys. I don't want my followers starving. And it is better to humiliate yourself now and call for help than to wait until you're standing in long lines. I mean, it's pretty horrifying what is going on already, and the horrifying part is it could get so much better. So now let me taste my sandwich. Get your notebooks out and write these recipes in the notebooks. Don't assume that they're always going to be here because the internet might go down. I heated the water to warm, like a warm bath, and added sugar. And then I added my starter to the water and then the flour. So that was really easy to make. And then save a little bit of your bread dough, any one that you want to use, and then, you know, you'll be in. I'm going to keep this one in the refrigerator for tomorrow, and then tonight I'm going to use this one. I'm pretty sure that you could use beer or hops. The hops recipe is, if you have hops, boil 1 cup of hops in water and then use that for your yeast. I do have a good recipe for beer bread, and I will give it to you as soon as I locate it. Okay, you guys, be safe, stay warm, stay out of crowds, and assume that a second wave is coming, because it's just going to wave after wave after wave. It's not this, it'll be something else, and prepare for a famine. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and God bless you all.